your girl Victoria, back to you with another review for The Ultimate Fighter, Season 31, Episode 6, Team McGregor versus Team Chandler. So who we have fighting this week? We got Lee and Kurt. Now, after watching this episode, you see, I always have to eat my words somewhere or another. So in the beginning, I was never feeling Kurt because homeboy was talking too much junk. But, I feel like all that energy is going towards Roosevelt because he just gets on my nerves because he talks too much crap at all times. But this episode, I had a heart for Kurt. I had a heart for him because he's just a great all-around guy. Okay? Anyway, so we start off with Kurt and Roosevelt. They're at the Tough House, chilling, talking, whatnot. Of course, this leads into, we learning about Kurt's fighting career. And, when I seen him in the confessional with the suit, I'm like, okay, you trying to get brownie points with me. Is he really? No. But it's just like, you really want me to be on your side. Okay, because you're coming correct in the confessional. You got the suit on. You looking nice. I'm like, this is the start of change for me, personally. But he lets us know about his fighting career, whatnot. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Do I really care about the fighting careers? Not really, but it's good to know as a background, for how you got into your doings of what you want to do with your life and whatnot. And that's nice. That's nice. So then we move on to Lee. We immediately get to his fight prep. And it seems like during the fight prep, Connor is very invested because, Lee is his prodigy. They came from the same place in Dublin. Dublin, I believe. And, I believe also because Connor just wants to win at this point, okay? He already lost half his prospects, okay? So he has to try to see if one of them could win, for goodness sakes. Actually, more than half, 5, all right? He's already 0-5. So, he's putting his all into his prodigy to win this fight. So it feels like he was way more invested into this fight prep versus all the other 5 fight preps he's done thus far. So then we learn about Kurt's family and life, and I'm just like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, after watching the little snippet of his family life, I said, okay, I'm like 100% on Kurt's side at this point. His wife is beautiful. When he started talking about he has a house, 20 acres, 7 dogs, 7 horses, 5 kids. I'm like, oh, you just got the American dream. Got a little ranch in Louisiana. And then we saw a clip of him making some seafood boil. I know this has nothing to do with the show, really, because, we want to see the fight. But, since they showed this on TV, I'm going to talk about it because, when we talk about food, it gets to my heart because food is life for me. And, I love some crawfish. So when I see him making like a crawfish boil, I said, Kurt, you are all right with me. I'm so sorry I prejudged you in the beginning. But then again, producers like to play games with us. So, you seem like an all right man. And, you seem like you have a nice, loving family, And if you could just send me a plate of some crawfish boil, that'd be great. That'd be great. But, it just looked... It's just one happy big picture. Okay. Anyway, enough about him. We didn't get to learn about Lee and his family life and fighting career, whatnot. Did I get any from it? Not really. But when he was showing, a day in his life, when he was showing his breakfast and whatnot, I'm just like, gosh darn it, Lee. You really need all those broccolinis on your plate for breakfast? This is not dinner? That's enough to feed 2. I mean, I know you probably, because I know he's 6'1", 6'2", whatever. So, he's a big man. Not really in, like, width or whatever, but, I mean, height and stature. So, I mean, I guess you got to get your food intake up and whatnot. But I'm just like, this is a big plate. This is a big plate. And, I underestimated him because I thought he was a small man, but he ain't no small man. I'm like, I get it, but at the same time, I'm just like, this is a lot. That's a lot of broccolini and potatoes. That's carbs. But anyway, so we learned a little bit about him, but it didn't really, speak to my heart like Kurt and his crawfish boil. So there's that. So then we get to the weigh-ins, and Chandler notices that Connor is, lo and behold, not there again. What else is new? This is week 6 or whatever the case is. Are we surprised? He hasn't showed up to like not one of the weigh-ins from what it showed, from what the producers showed us. So I'm not surprised. I'm not expecting him to go to any of the wins at this point. Okay, we got two left for the quarterfinals, whatever. So he's not going to show up, Chandler. But, of course, you got to make notice of it, let us know in the confessional, whatever the case may be. When Lee got up to go do his weigh, I'm just like, Lee, is that a hickey on it? What is this? What's this? What was that thing right there? Was that a hickey? Was that a ringworm? What's going on? Was that a birthmark? I mean, I don't think it was a birthmark, but birthmarks come in all different shapes, sizes, and colors and whatnot. So what I just wanted to know, because it would look like a perfect circle to me, but I'm just like, is that like a recovering hickey or something? I don't know. I don't think he mentioned girlfriend, so or boyfriend. I don't know. Who cares? But I just want to know what that was. I mean, after learning about Homeboy's cold sore a few weeks ago, do I really want to know? Probably not. But I was curious at the same time. So back to the weigh-ins. Kurt is 155.5. Lee is 156. I was shocked. And then I was also shocked when they did the face-off and found out that Lee is taller than Kurt. And the only thing in this moment, I was just like, Kurt, when we do the face-offs, okay, when they do the face-offs after the weigh-ins, usually, they both give intimidating stature and stuff. They might like swing a little bit side to back and forth, but Kurt was like swinging a little bit too much like this when they was looking at each other. Lee just looking at him. And I'm like, well, Kurt, you already disappointed me with this face off because Lee looked like he had so much confidence and then you swaying back and forth so much, got me a little nervous for you. And it looked like I had to be nervous because then we get to fight day. And then before fight day, I do want to make mention that I love the fact that Kurt had a picture of his family throughout this whole episode, from the moment he was at the Tough House, I believe, with Roosevelt. I think he had that, to his confessionals, to, when he was going to the weigh-ins, he had the picture, to the actual fight day, coming to the ring with the picture and all that stuff. So it's like, I appreciate that. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. You guys are speaking to my heart. I understand why they do this, so that they could get you feeling for one person versus the other, whatnot. But it's just like, you love your family. And I love the fact that you love your family. It speaks to me. And I still want a bowl, a plate, a crawfish bowl. Okay. But yeah, then we get to when they show the stats of, the people that's about to fight. Lee is 26, Kurt is 36. Looks about right for their face and whatnot. So that's cool. So we get to round one, okay? I was shocked, okay, because I want Kurt to win. So I'm like, all my money, $5, okay? Look, it's only $5. All my money's on Kurt. Round one, Lee, to my surprise, Lee dominated. He won. He won round one. When he was pinning homeboy Kurt down, I just said, I'm going to lose my $5 because to who? Nobody, because, I don't bet nobody, but to myself. I lost $5 to myself, and I'm just like, Lee won. What else is there to say? So I'm like, okay, we're going to finally have a prospect that's winning. And then we get to round two. Mind you, round one, I was looking at Michael, yelling and stuff. Why he always got gloves on? It's just certain things I be looking when I be watching this. I'm just like, what's the point of this? Like, why are you wearing gloves? What's the purpose? Are you one of the paramedics that's gonna be checking on them when they do the little breaks? What's the purpose? But it don't matter. It don't matter. It was just a little question I had. If you want to answer, please let me know. But whatever. We get to round two, and I put it immediately in my notes. After I think the first 2 minutes, I put in my notes. I said, oh, Lee won. He won this round. But because he was dominating once again, pinning Kurt down, all that stuff. However, there was a move that was done where Kurt was finally on top and he had Lee in a chokehold. Lee couldn't breathe. Lee tapped out. Everybody celebrating. And I'm just like, so wait. Lee won the first round, hands down. Was about to win the second round, hands down. But I guess because of the fact that he tapped out, who ends up winning both rounds? Kurt. So in actuality, I won $5 for myself. Because I bet against myself. But, enough about me. So Kurt won. Kurt won. I'm shocked. Because I'm just like, so homeboy so Kurt really won? So what does that make it? 6? Team Chandler. 0. Team McGregor. Of course, a red team through the roof celebration. You have Connor dropping dramatically to the floor in devastation because he has lost yet again. His team, his prospects, rookies, has lost yet again to the vets. And of course, as they're all celebrating, hugging each other, saying like good fight, whatnot, Connor letting Lee know, like, that was a flawless fight. Lee admitted that he did a rookie mistake, leaving his neck exposed and whatnot, very upset with himself, understandably so. And, Connor just trying to give him good pep talk, all that stuff. But then here we go with Chandler. I mean, I'm not mad at it. Like I said this last episode, last review, the review before, I think. I can't say nothing. Chandler, he has to talk his shit because his teams are winning. Connor, your team are losing. So I can't be too mad at Chandler talk his ish. So here goes Chandler, stirring the pot. Oh yeah, we stacking him up. So of course, since homeboy Connor over there in devastation, he's just like, I don't know what he said. He's like, no, saying all this stuff. I don't know what not, or whatever. So now it becomes a face-off between the coaches, all up in each other's face. Like I said, y'all talk all this stuff all up in each other's face, like y'all can smell each other's breath. Like y'all is like so close to each. Like you might as well kiss. Like sometimes I just like y'all doing the most. I don't know if it's really just heightened emotions with everything going on, or if the producers told Chandler to start taunting Connor or whatever the case may be. But they got into a face off, saying little nothings to each other, and I don't know what Connor was saying. I mean, I want to impersonate his accent, but I feel like I would do a very terrible job, so that's why I'm not going to do it. But it ends up with Connor shoving Michael in the face. And, Michael, I feel like being the crazy man that he probably is, I guess shoving him in the face got Michael activated. So he seemed like he was like, oh, a fight is what you want. A fight is what you can get. You have Connor taking his jacket off. I'm like, Connor, what is it supposed to do, bro? You still got the vest and the long sleeve shirt. Like, you still have a lot of layers before you even get to the point where you can do anything. Like, okay, Connor, please. Oh, yeah, let me take off my jacket. What is that supposed to do? Please explain. What is that supposed to like do anything? Homeboy Michael just got activated because you shoved him in the face. I know you're not originally from America, Connor, but technically, in a court of law. Okay, in a court of law, because you guys are in Las Vegas, you're in America. That's like battery, so technically, I know we in the UFC, fightings what y'all do and stuff, but I'm just, in a court of law, that probably wasn't the best thing to do. I'm like, why are you doing that? He doing that on purpose to taunt you. So you just gave in. You gave him what he wanted. And look, now he hype, ready for a fight. Then I think his name is Dana White, the CEO of UFC, I think, the guy who always overlooks everything. You got him running up on stage. Like, it's not going to be nothing because immediately the producers and stuff, like, was like trying to calm Michael down because he was activated from the shove, and nobody's really consulting the person who did the shoving. This is how we handle situations. We just gonna hold down the person that got assaulted, so to speak, and not like be like, hey, you need to calm down, you need to go. No, because this is UFC, so it's like it's not really that big of a deal. I'm just saying, if there was outside, I mean, even technically, I'm gonna stop talking because it's gonna look on me like I'm just doing the most, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, bro, you put your hands on another man just because he said we stacking him up. Is he lying? It's 6-0. He's almost to the end of all his veterans beating your prospects. Whatever. As they're leaving, Roosevelt had crap to say, and this is what I'm talking about. Roosevelt gets on my damn nerves because he always has something to say. Roosevelt, just, can you just be quiet? You know, after the first or second episode, I didn't hear Kirk until this episode. I'm gonna need you to do the same. You already had your fight. We don't need to hear because you all you do is talk crap. You get on my nerves. So please just cut it out. Go to the bus. Please go back to the tough house and take a chill pill or something because you just do the most. And then that was the end of the episode. And then we're going to find out next week Landon and Jason are next to fight. And then we see the previews of Landon talking about when he gets in the ring, once the door closed or whatever the case may be, then that's when, you know, he's activated or something. And, you know, he talked a big game. And I'm like, okay, let's hope you can, really perform the way you talking about you can perform, because y'all can say whatever y'all want, but until we see what really be happening, your words mean nothing to me. So anyway, that was the end of the episode. I don't know. I just honestly feel like the veterans gonna take the win at this point. Sorry. Not sorry. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, please come back next week. Hopefully I can make you laugh, so you can subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Be easy, breezy, and lemon squeezy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.